Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Living by Faith YYH. Today I'm going to do a scripture from Psalms 139 from verse 13 all the way to verse 15. So I'm reading predominantly in the New Living Translation Bible, and verse 13 says, "You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb." Verse 14 says, "Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it." Verse 15, you watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. And what the scripture is so powerful, and I think what it basically says for each one of us, we have purpose. Our lives have purpose because God watched us being formed in our mother's womb. And oftentimes, we as human beings, we can underestimate our own abilities. We can underestimate our talents and giftings. Sometimes you look down even at your physical appearance. There may be something that you don't like about your physical appearance and so on. But the scripture often reminds me, even for myself, to know that I am special in God's eyes. I was planned out. There's a purpose for my life. Even before I was able to breathe my first breath, God watched me being formed. So oftentimes I think, growing up, sometimes in school as a kid, sometimes kids make fun of each other for different things. And, sometimes that takes into adulthood. Some adults, make fun of other people's physical appearance. And I think that's something that we should avoid doing at all costs. Reason being, none of us chose exactly what we're gonna look like. None of us chose, what your eyes are gonna look like. Like, you knew, even your parents couldn't choose exactly how you're gonna come out. Even your parents couldn't choose your ability or your giftings. That is something that comes from God. So therefore, who are we to now look at somebody else, bring them down, or make fun of them because for whatever reason, right? So one of the things I want to bring across in the scripture is truly value yourself, your giftings, your just you, like inside and out. Just value yourself inside and out for who God make you to be. In society, it's so easy to have this comparison. Compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to others. Just focus on what God has given unto you. I think the only way you use comparison, like for example, you want to achieve something in your life, so you think about somebody who have achieved it and you try to work towards it because it's an example or a motivation. But you can do it also, but try to avoid comparison in the negative sense, whereby you're trying to say, okay, this person is better than me, or this is better than me, and that type of thing. This scripture tells us that you were knitted together in your mother's womb. God watched you as you being formed in seclusion. He already had a plan and a purpose for your life. And I just want to encourage you, because if you go down to scripture lower down in verse 16, it says, "You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day has passed." So God knew our life journey before we even started, right? So think of yourself as someone that is talented. You are here for a purpose. Your life is here for a purpose and a reason. Your talents and your gifts were given to you for a specific reason and for a design purpose. And I hope that you're encouraged and blessed by the scripture. So have a blessed day. God bless you. Stay strong. Until the next time.